Today is your lucky day. You should have good things in store for you. Maybe try going somewhere you could use some luck. I find that to be highly unlikely. So I know I say okay, yep, I saved up here because we have this sub-story to do. And that is the main thing that I have to do. Just the one sub-story? Is that it? Oh, I should ditch some of this stuff in the... Tattered scarf. Wearing it is supposed to... Okay. High win rate token? Ah. Sell that. Okay. Great. All I have is a fishing hook. That's the only piece of equipment. Is this the only piece of equipment I have? I guess I could equip the sacrifice stone, but that's the only piece of equipment I have. Oops. Okay. So sub-story, and then do I have any in progress? I have none in progress. I closed them all out. Okay. Okay. Does he have a... Oh, we need to go do our master stuff. As well, at some point, for Akiyama. Got it. Alright, let's do the sub-story. What do we got? Might be a lot of main story today. Depending. Oh, it's the dancing grandma! That's right. Hey, what was that? I just got served by an old lady. Idiot, I've seen kids dance better than you. Your fundamentals stink. You call yourself a dancer? That's an outright lie. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Damn it. Okay, Sonny, pay up. Come on, 1,000 yen. Fine, I'll pay. I'll pay. Hee. And that's why I'm not about to give up on dance battles anytime soon. There's more money to be made here than at the pachinko parlor. The old lady put money on that dance battle? Huh, there's something you don't see every day. So, anyone else want to take me on? Got plenty of dancing left in me. Lay down your bets. Just 1,000 yen for a dance-off with yours truly. Incredible. I'll take you on. I'll take you on, Grandma. You a dancer too? Kind of old for that, ain't you? Really? Pot, kettle, both black? You're telling me? Not a bad face, though. You remind me of my husband when he was a lot younger. So, what can I do for you? Want to square off in a dance battle? The bet's just 1,000 yen. Are you sure you're going to be alright? Dancing is pretty strenuous, don't you think? Pshaw. That ain't nothing for you to concern yourself with. I was a prima ballerina from a company in Europe when I was younger. Don't assume I'm just some run-of-the-mill granny. Wow, you're a former prima ballerina? That's, time sure can be cruel, huh? Heh, a joker, are ya? I like you. Come on, join me for a dance battle. Alright, let's do it. Sure, you're on. Good answer. Here we go. I hate to take this old lady's money, but that's what's gonna happen. She hasn't missed any, She hasn't missed anything yet. Nice. Dude, I did not beat her very thoroughly, though. That was close. I'm in shock. My goodness gracious me. You got some smooth moves for a man your age. Maybe, but you really want to talk. Tell me, though, you're not actually a dancer, are you? The way you move leads me to believe you're an amateur through and through. Oh, is it that obvious? Guess there's no fooling a prima ballerina. It's like you say, I'm no dancer. Yeah. Well, it's truly astonishing a man with no formal training dances so well. The way you use your feet, especially. I know pros that can't even do the things you do. Heh. All right, Sonny. You win this one. Huh? I've been dancing for over half a century, and if an amateur dances that well against me, I can't in good conscience give myself the win. That's why this round's yours, Sonny. Here, take your 1,000 yen. Honestly, I don't even want it. Hehe, watching you dance was almost like seeing my late husband dance again. You made me remember the old coot. It's quite an honor. Of course, the old coot was a little better looking than you. No offense. See ya. None taken. What a nice old lady. I feel like there might be more to that that we might continue to get. Like, is she somewhere else in town? It wants me to learn an ability, and I'm going to learn... Sure. Get more experience points when you finish off an enemy with launch strike. Ooh, interesting. Is there anything else? No, there's nothing else. I'll go do some master training, and I'm missing, like, a lot of hit points, so I'm going to eat some food as well. I'm pretty sure I haven't finished the menu off here. I'm probably not even close. I know I ate the expensive stuff with Haruka, but I think I got a lot more to go. Oh, wait, nope. Oh, yeah, there they are, the check marks on the left. Wait, do all of these completely fill me up? Really? Alright, well then I'll just take the snow crab course while I can. Food. Oh, that was like half my money. I forgot that I don't have any money. Because I just took over as Akiyama. I forgot I don't have any money. Well, I probably shouldn't mess around with much else then, since I am damn near broke. I do want to go check out the training with, I forget his name, but I swear it starts with an S. Just gonna keep ignoring Haruka for a second. Sorry, Haruka. That's just how things go. Saito? Saigo? Saigo. Nailed it. Just the man I wanted to see. Ready for some training? Steve, Sean, Sam. Heat actions are not available in training battles. Make sure you're fully prepared as Saigo's training can be demanding. Okay, pick your poison. Oh, good. Ah, yes. Okay, let's move this elsewhere. Alright, suicidal running it is. In this exercise, you'll chase me through the streets of Sotenberg, catch me, and the training is complete. But won't dashing around town like that be a major nuisance to others? I have it covered. My students will be directing pedestrians and traffic to minimize potential problems. That's an even bigger nuisance. Couldn't you have picked a more appropriate location? Crap, you already have everyone in place. Fine, let's finish this before the cops come. Relax. I've used this method of training before without causing any problems. I think everyone's just too shocked to complain. Are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, let's get started. Oh my god. Right out the gate. Oh my god. God damn you. He's got a lot of HP. Fuck, I should have grabbed that. Motherfucker. I noticed there's no water around this training course. God damn you. Damn it. Come back here. Motherfucker. Stop turning around and kicking me. You were being a real dick, sir. I didn't appreciate it. Okay, you pass. Watching you reminds me of that one time. I ran alongside my war buddy's fighter plane to hand him his wallet after he forgot it. There's no way you could run that fast. Besides, who needs a wallet to fly a warplane? So, what did you learn this time? I'm more nimble now, and it feels like my sense of balance has improved. Slash kick plus. Your fighting style is based on kicking, so you must train both your legs equally. Don't focus solely on your dominant one. Remember that every time you go into battle. Alright, dismiss. This guy's fucking hilarious. Oh, you know what? I should have gone and healed. Fuck. I'm gonna die. Alright, suicidal shooting it is. In this exercise, my students and I will shoot at you as you make your way from here to the goal. You pass if you're able to take us out by returning fire. You pass if you're able to take us out by returning fire. So we'll be using guns? What else will we use? I've got everything we need right here, don't worry. I'm tired of stating the obvious, but don't you see the problem with waging a gun battle in the middle of town? This is urban warfare training, so I'd say we're in the perfect place. Right. Of course, we'll be using replica guns. As much as I'd like to use live rounds, I felt we should do the neighbors a favor. I actually agree with you for once. Are you ready? You didn't need help. The mission is just called suicide. I know, right? Alright then, begin. So I have to do what now? Oh, I have a gun with infinite ammo. You're the one taking pot shots at me, eh? Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm gonna die. I don't know who's shooting me. Oh, no. Goddamn bullets. Alright, I should have healed. I'm definitely gonna die. Fuck, that's him down there, shooting at me from a million miles away. Oh. Oh. Why did I get my health back? How do I not get shot? I don't want to get shot anymore. Got him. I don't know why I got all my health back all of a sudden. Okay, you pass. Watching you reminds me of that one time. I was out of ammo and about to die when one of my wisdom teeth fell out. So I loaded it in and blew away my enemy. That was one close shave. I've never heard of wisdom teeth suddenly falling out like that. And how could you possibly fire a tooth from a gun anyway? So, what did you learn from this? What did you learn this time? I feel like I can literally dodge bullets after being shot at like that. Nice. Dodging won't take out your enemy, so it's important to attack at the same time. Remember that every time you go into battle. Great. He shot a tooth out of a gun, is what he claimed. Somehow I have HP, so let's just keep going. I'm pretty sure I should have died, but I'll take it. Suicidal combat it is. In this exercise, we'll battle each other one-on-one as if it were a real war. This is an all-out, no-holds-barred battle. Defeat me and you pass. We stand here and hit each other? Sounds simple enough. But it wouldn't be much of a training exercise if we slugged it out barehanded. That's why I'll be using a machine gun. A machine gun? You weren't kidding when you said this was called suicidal combat. This is a high-performance replica gun that's been customized for training purposes. It'll definitely hurt, but it's not going to kill you. If you're going to customize a special gun, why not make it so it doesn't hurt? Don't be such a baby. Your superior officer's orders are absolute, and I order you to not be afraid. You're not my superior officer, or anyone's superior officer for that matter, but whatever. I'll trust you. I can trust you, right? Good. Trust between comrades can turn the tide of battle. Are you ready? Yeah, sure, I'll fight the guy with the machine gun without anything weapons. It's great. I love it. Stop! Get launched! Wait, where did his hair go? He's looking for his hair! He dropped his gun. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! He lost his hair again. Incredible. In-fucking-credible. Okay, you pass. Watching you reminds me of that one time. After everyone in camp went to sleep, my war buddy and I secretly enjoyed a late-night snack of hardtack. You sound like a couple of kids on a camp out, but memories like that can put a smile on your face, I guess. So, what did you learn this time? I guess actual fighting's the best training. I thought of a move that can really turn the tables in a fight. Meteor strike with climax heat. Nice. Big moves can also be your greatest defense if it means you can take out an enemy before he strikes. All right. Thanks, bud. I'm gonna go heal before we do any of the true suicidal difficulty things. Because otherwise, you'll probably kick my ass. Oh, God. No, no Joe Mate. Alright, fine, Joe Mate. I was actually trying to launch him, but... that's fine, too. Oh, wait, what? I was trying to get takoyaki. Oh, no, wait, no, this isn't the takoyaki place. I feel really bad for this guy. Oh no, they're not ready to be flipped. Great. I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. These guys got their just desserts for using dirty tricks against a rival. Business needs to be fair. Restaurants should compete on flavor alone. I feel sorry for the staff force to follow orders like that, though. Me too. Double juggle. Oh my god. I was just gonna get food. Is this not a food stall? Oh, it's not even a food stall. I thought it was. Oh, that's even funnier that I found that revelation. Where do revelations show up at under, I guess, heat actions? So, well, maybe. I guess I'm not sure. I guess not. Huh. I don't know where revelations are tracked in this list. Hmm. I feel like it must be under heat actions, but I don't see, like, the one that I just got. What if I look under abilities? Will that help? Okay. This is training and revelations, though. And I only have... So, I just got all 3 of these from the training. Right? And I'll get 3 more. And then there's double juggle. There's 9 more in here. Some of these will maybe be Tatsuya. But I feel like maybe there's a lot of revelations. Anyway, I was looking for food. How much food? How much does this restore? All of it. Okay, well, I guess I won't go to a restaurant. I'll go back down and keep doing the training. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, I can't do true suicidal combat yet. Alright. We gotta do running again. Alright, true suicidal running it is. This one is like the previous suicidal running exercise in that you'll chase me through the streets of Soderbergh. Catch me and you pass. The only difference is I won't hold back this time. You were holding back? So what, you'll be running faster this time? No, I'll lob grenades at you while you chase me. You'll lob what at me? You know, grenades. And grenades. I know you civvies aren't too familiar with the mercenaries' tools of the trade. No, I know exactly what a grenade is. It's just, I mean, we're still in Japan, right? Don't be a smartass. Besides, a battlefield is wherever you make it. Like before, my students will direct traffic. However, they'll also be lobbing grenades at you too, so watch out. They'll be coming from all directions, huh? You are one devious bastard. Hats off to you. Respect for your superior officer is a given, but flattery won't get you promoted. I'm more than happy to remain a private. Well, are you ready? Oh, God. Fucking grenade dodging? Great. I'm sure this will go really well. Oh, yeah, that's a grenade. Oh, and that's also a grenade. Holy shit. Oh, I whiffed that. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. This is insane. How did that hit me? I'm not gonna survive this. Oh, that was a whiff. Motherfucker! Oh my god. I'm so gonna get toasted here. Caught him. The long-range lob. Fuck me. I can't even see him sometimes. Fuck, man. Dude. I was locked in the animation for throwing my own, and I just like fucking couldn't dodge the one he threw at me. Those grenades do a shitload of damage too. Does he want tourist pictures as well? Huh. Does he want the same ones that Haruka already gave him, or different ones? I wasn't expecting that. I guess he probably wants different ones. Oh god. No. Fuck you, dude. Dicks. Hello. Oh, wow. Oh, I did that poorly. I should have eaten a bunch of small things and then done the big one. I wasn't thinking. That's okay. I don't have much money. I should probably sell some of the things that I can sell. I think the pawn shop isn't up here, though. Oh my god, please. Why are you so fast? You fucking outran me. Fucking blocking piece of shit. Well, I don't know where it wants me to take pictures at. I haven't gotten a single prompt yet. I would have expected at least one. Or maybe that prompt just shows up for Akiyama even if you did it as Haruka. Which is fine. So I won't keep looking for him. Gonna try the grenade run again. I don't know why the dogs are barking. Alright. I had full HP last time, but I still fucked it up, so I guess we'll try it again. I'll try not to suck. Like, I don't even know how you're supposed to dodge those. He hit me again. What a fucking dickhead. Come on, dude. Come on. Fuck you, dude. Stop. Dude. Stop throwing grenades at me, please. Or I'm gonna fail again. Come on, dude. Fuck you. Oh my god. I have no HP. I'm gonna be out here in a sec. Yep. God damn. Fuck. And now I can't heal myself. I gotta make it all the way back to somewhere with food with no HP. I mean, I guess I could pull a healing item out of the save point right here. Fuck, man. Oh, never mind, I have a bunch. I have no idea how you avoid that first one. Wow, I missed and he hit me? Come on, from behind? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna run out of stamina before I can do anything about... Oh, I mean, I guess maybe the jumping works? Oh god, I thought he was on orange health already and he's not. Yeah, oh, I did it. Oh, I did it with less health than Max. Get fucked, dude. I just sat on him that time. He didn't throw nearly as many. Watching you reminds me of that one time. I learned how to step forward with my left leg while my right leg was still off the ground. That would mean you were floating in midair like a ninja. Wait, is that a ninja thing or not? So, what did you learn this time? Uh-huh. All those grenades you made me dodge, I felt so light on my feet. The lightest ever. Launch Strike Plus. If you don't give your enemy an opportunity to counterattack, it's more effective than hardening your defenses. Remember that every time you go into battle. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, but I was wondering... What? You have a question? If you have a question, raise your hand. Yeah. Aren't you going to go see your wife and daughter now that you're back in Japan? You said before that you can't go home, but why not? You can't stop fixating on matters that have nothing to do with your mission, can you? It's just, you used to talk about your daughter like she was everything to you. Talking about one's family is almost a taboo on the battlefield, but I didn't return to the Middle East just to polish my skills. Wow, you're being unusually serious. Mercenaries like me end up learning things that many would rather keep hidden. Being mercenaries, once a war is over, we're about as useful as a car without wheels. In short, we're expendable, but we also have top-secret information that stays with us as we return to our home countries. I can see how that could be a problem. As a mercenary field commander, I was no exception. I was privy to top-secret info relating to the nation that hired me, and they didn't consider confidentiality until the war was over. But then my former employer started to worry about damaging secrets getting out. Are you saying... Exactly. I didn't feel safe here and decided to leave the country for a while. I see. You left because you don't want to get your family involved. I can't go into the details as that would put you at risk too. And needless to say, let's keep this between you and me. Understood? Relax. We moneylenders are quite discreet. It's part of doing business. I'll take your word on that. Now, enough of this idle chat. Dismissed. Great. I'm really hurt. Although I could handle a fight, so let's try to make it up the bridge and see if I can get some food up there. Leave it to fucking Saigo's training to deplete my health pool rapidly over and over again. Oh, that was just the save point. Gonna make it to the restaurant. Gonna eat some delicious food. Oh, wow. Look at all of this. Why does everything fill his health bar all the way? Alright, let's just spend most of the rest of my money. Eat the most expensive thing, or this one. Mahime Jusanya. God damn it. That guy's looking the other way. I can make it. Get out of my way, people teleporting in. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Get out of my way, please. It was awful. Alright, we'll try true suicidal shooting. Alright, this time I and 3 of my students will try to shoot you. You'll pass if you defeat us all. I don't get a gun this time, so it's 4 armed opponents against me barehanded? What? Do you have a problem with that? Listen, those replica guns really hurt, and this time I'm the only one on the receiving end of said pain? You big baby. If you're scared of little pain, what are you gonna do when you're seriously wounded in battle? You do realize this is Japan and not some war-torn country, right? Stop fooling yourself. Life itself is a battlefield. I should have figured you'd say that. I better quit while I'm ahead. Fine, let's do this. Great. Great, I don't have a gun. Oh god. Are we just... Oh no, I hate this. Oh, I hate this so much. Yep. Awesome. Fucking sick, dude. Stop blocking, you piece of shit. Stand up. Awesome. Sweet. Love it. No shame. No fucking shame with this shit. Oh my god, stop, please. Alright, your students are toast. Uh-huh. Bro, stop. Oh my god. Holy shit. Yep. I can't fucking knock his dumbass down. There we go. Fuck you. No. Oh, thank God. I hate his training so much. I hate his training so much. Watching you reminds me of that one time. I stole the enemy's new mobile weaponized suit and won a battle up in the stratosphere. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, but if you have access to those sorts of weapons, why even bother with training? When you're surrounded and the enemy is unloading on you, your only chance is to quickly exploit a gap in your enemy's defenses. Counter kick. Even the most skilled enemies are vulnerable just as they begin an attack. Never fail to take advantage of that. So wait, something wrong? Like we're being watched. Man, you're just being paranoid. We were just talking about clandestine spy stuff after all. No, I feel an ominous stare on me. I have felt this many times, right before a sniper opens fire. A sniper? What have you dragged me into? Quiet! Listen to me carefully. When I give the signal, spring back and hide in the shadows. 3, 2, 1, now! Whoa, you weren't kidding. What the hell's going on here? We should be okay for now. Once a sniper loses the element of surprise, he usually backs off until the next time. I'll have to take your word on that. It didn't take them long to discover I was back in Japan. You mean the people you were talking about? The ones who want to keep you quiet? That's the most likely scenario, and the worst possible one, too. If they figure out I know they're after me, they might go after my family to draw me out. Are we talking about a hostage situation here? This is bad. Can't warn my family either, because that could reveal their location. I'll have to put an end to this myself. I'm sorry, Akiyama-kun. I didn't mean to drag you into all this. Truth be told, I never expected anything involving you to take such a serious turn. But this is no laughing matter. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. I appreciate that. Be careful now, okay? As for me, I'll avoid making any big moves for now. Better to assess the situation first. Well, dismissed. Okay. Yeah, dismissed with no HP again. Thanks, bud. Love it. It's my favorite. I love getting my ass kicked by you. It's so good. I don't know if we'll have access to the last training now that we did the first 5 or not, but just gonna try to sneak myself over to pick up some food here really quick, and we'll check. Well, I have 17,200 yen, so let's spend 15,000 of it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Who needs money anyway? Right, Akiyama? Wow. I think the pawn shop is right over here. I'm just gonna sell that plate that I have. There, I have money. That silver plate wasn't worth anything, but that platinum plate that I had, hell yeah. Very valuable. Okay, we'll go see if he has one more training for me, and then we'll do story. Because I don't have anything else. I don't have any other sub-stories or anything else to do, really, so. I'm gonna save before I do this last one. In case there's some bullshit around it. Story! Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I forgot to watch. How rough were the games today? Were they bad? Did you watch? Watching currently on the tab. They rough? Been pretty rough. It's funny. Yep, here it is. True suicidal combat. Here we go. In this exercise, we'll battle each other one-on-one. Defeat me and you pass. I won't be holding back this time. Naturally, I'll be using machine gun again. I don't see anything natural about it, but I guess complaining won't change anything. And my students will back me up by lobbing grenades at you from outside the combat zone. Nothing you can say phases me anymore. Besides, you're just as likely to be blown to bits as me. Think again, Akiyama-kun. I'll be wearing the latest cutting-edge of ballistic armor. I can keep on fighting without worrying about grenade explosions. Hey, no fair. Relax. The gunfire and explosions are only for training purposes. They may leave a mark and hurt like hell, but they won't kill you. A Genesis port of Tailspin? That's the only Tailspin I've played. That game was fucking hard as nuts. Second game was Trolls on Commodore 64. Oof. You're always still reassuring in your own special way, but fine, whatever. I'm used to it by now. Currently is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein for SNES. Yikes, dude. Yikes. I'll be honest, if I was in that tournament and I got thrown the Genesis Tailspin, I've played that game. I played the shit out of that game. I would have stunted on people. The game is also incredibly cruel. Oh, I would have had to veto it because I played it before. Yeah, a long time ago, obviously, but that's a good point. Fucking stop! Oh my god. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and use the healing item. There's the bullshit with the machine gun. God damn it. Ha! Ha! Got him. I could have maybe barely done that without dying. Without healing. Watching you reminds me that one day I returned home despondent after my war buddy died in action, only to learn it was a prank. That's a terrible prank. I mean, you were soldiers, not frat boys. So, what did you learn this time? When things get chaotic, I need to keep looking for a chance to land a big blow. Final drive. You don't get many chances to quickly finish off your enemy. Whether or not you can spot those chances will decide the tide of battle. Well, by the way, what happened after that sniper incident? I haven't learned anything more since then. They don't seem to be watching me anymore. Hmm? Hello. Who are you? I must commend you, Daijiro Saigo. Few have ever been in my sights and lived to tell of it. You're the sniper who shot at him? Shun Akiyama, owner of Sky Finance, I presume. You've obviously done your homework. I don't know how much Saigo has told you, but everyone who knows what he knows must be eliminated. Whoa, whoa. Let's take this down a notch. I'm guessing that's not a toy gun, right? Enough! Akiyama-kun doesn't know a thing. Doesn't matter. Now that he knows about me, I can't let him live. Just calm down and lower your weapon, okay? We can talk it over like civilized people. Besides, how could I possibly benefit from telling anyone about you? You're just wasting your breath. Once we have a target, we never fail to take them out. Not a single one has ever escaped. Enough talk. I'm putting you both in the ground. Oh no! Saigo-san, why'd you do that? Run, Akiyama-kun. You must live. This can't be happening. It's all a bad dream, right? Tell my family. Tell them I put up a good fight till the bitter end. Saigo-san, come on, Saigo-san. Come on, this isn't funny. You were supposed to go first, but no matter, you won't escape. You'll meet Saigo again in hell. Shut up. What? You won't get away with this. I'm not about to give up so easily, not after Saigo-san gave his life for me. Well now, do you think you have a chance against me? He may have had a military fetish and was always saying and doing strange things, but Saigo-san was a good man. He was working hard to teach young people about risk management. And most of all, he treasured his family. Why should I care about any of that? I could say the same thing. What does any of this have to do with me? I'm not letting you kill me. You're going to pay for what you did to Saigo-san. Let me murder him! And cut? Oh no. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut loose on this bastard. Wait. Cut? What do you mean cut? That was a great scene. You get all that? That was an award-winning performance, Master. It almost moved me to tears. Well, alright then. That's a wrap. We'll celebrate with some drinks tonight. Excuse me. Would someone explain what's going on here? You gave an amazing performance too, Akiyama-kun. I'm talking Best Supporting Actor nomination. What? I still don't get it. Well, whatever. Listen up, Saigo-san. Listen carefully. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. None. Whatsoever. I just saw you get shot to death, but now you're standing in front of me perfectly fine. Of course I am. That was a replica gun. And the sniper? One of my students. And the guy who shouted, cut? Another one of my students. A member of my film crew, to be exact. What film crew? Great question. You're helping me create promotional videos for my organization. It's part of a series I'm calling Daijiro Saigo's Life on the Battlefield. Are you telling me this was all fake? Part of some awful action movie? Fake? Awful? Do you have a problem with the script I wrote, Akiyama-kun? I went through a lot of trouble to do this. I mean, I even got this hairpiece. What? That's why you're wearing a hairpiece? Wait, so how long were you filming? I'm not sure what was real anymore. The video starts with my student rushing to help me as I collapse, my last ounce of energy spent on the battlefield. All the way back that far? You only collapsed because you were hungry. With a few edits, that scene will really shine. Right. How's the editing coming along on the climax scene we just shot? We have a rough cut ready. Akiyama-san's line is killer too. Here. Saigo was a good man. He was working hard to teach young people about risk management. Wait a second. You cut the part where I called him a strange guy with a military fetish. That was epic, Akiyama-kun. You delivered that line like you were on some big-budget TV show. Oh, whatever. I'm too tired to argue. Hey, don't be like that. I'll send you a copy once we're done. Gee, thanks. But I must say, I was really moved by how angry you got when you saw me die. It's going to be tough living up to all that stuff you said. Tough for you? You know how embarrassed I feel right now? Listen, this video is just a way to promote my work. My core mission is teaching young people about the importance of risk management. That's what I'm devoting my life to. I hope I'll live up to your expectations in that department. I'm impressed, Saigo-san. But you're not off the hook either. You too must devote yourself to training hard every day. And I'll be waiting here anytime you need to brush up. Ha! I should have figured my training doesn't end here. Still, you give good advice, Saigo-san. I'll take it to heart. Did you get that? Yep. You give good advice, Saigo-san. Oh, I give up. Awesome. All right. Did it. Cell phone. Give me my Psycho training is done. Convenience store. This way. All right, we'll do some story. That last fight wasn't that bad. Like I said, I got close to being able to do it without healing. It would have been tight. That guy just teleported in front of me. There was nobody there, and then he was there. I'm here for my reward. Frozen tuna. A big frozen tuna said to be worth several millions of yen. Its eyes stare at you, unblinking. Great. I'm just gonna sneak down here and do the save at this save point for no particular reason, because any save point would be fine. Oh, those guys would have jumped me. I'm so lucky I was far enough over. Oh, J-Hit, are you still listening? / here? Mr. Windmaster, after you took off last night, proposed something very interesting and yet also sadistic and terrible, and I'm curious if he's mentioned it to you yet or not. That guy walked out in front of me. That wasn't my fault. Has he made any mention to you of, Oh, God, he has. Oh, no. Well, just so you know, I told him I would be interested. But only after Yakuza's done. Only then. I can't justify doing it before then. but I would be interested, right? Oh, God. I don't know why. I shouldn't be interested. But, I am. Anyway, just thought I would throw that out. I see you lurking. I see. Where are you peeking from? What are you peeking about there, huh? trying to take notes from your hiding spot? Blank page because I won't spit it out. Well, let's just say that there was some talk of a new series count up. Let's just put it that way. A new series count up. You can use your imagination about what that may entail. Nope, not randomizers. Yep. Oh, man. It's all his fault? Yeah, it is. He told me he was feeling nostalgic and started playing one of them and was like, maybe I should just play them all. And I'm like, that's not usually how that works, but okay. So anyway, I proposed, and I know it's kind of a crazy thing at this point to even guess, but like, I proposed that maybe we start 2022 with it. Kind of like we started 2016 with Final Fantasy Count Up. Yes, that is correct, Shayla. That is correct. I took a I took a long shot and was like, maybe I'd be done with Yakuza by then. Something's come a couple times in your streams you toyed with. Yeah, I know. I've certainly toyed with it as well. But they're all blind for me. I've never played a Dragon Quest game, so that would be a really different experience. Makes it's weird. A lot of them that you're also blind to. The other thing that he said that I found really interesting was that they're actually not that long of games. Like, he's playing 7 right now, which he's like, admittedly 7 is the longest one. Yeah, DQ count up, yeah. He's like, 7 is like probably the longest one, which is the one he's playing. Yeah. But he's like, but honestly, most of them are actually not that long of games. And I was like, yeah, but aren't they grindy? And he's like, honest, after like the first couple, it's not that bad. So, just depends on what you want out of it, I guess. So anyway, just, you've played 5, 8, and some of 11. I've played literally none of them. I've never even touched a Dragon Quest game. Not once. So, anyway, just going to go ahead and drop that bombshell, and then we're going to do some story, so everybody can forget. You played the original, one of your first RPG experiences? Yeah, so anyway, I told him, I was like, tentative commit if it can wait until after I wrap up the current massive JRPG series that I'm playing. And I was like, that's finishing 5, playing 6, playing Judgment, and playing 7. So that's 4 games that I'm going to try to get done in the next... Personally, I'm shooting for the next 6 months. I want to be done in the next 6 months with the Yakuza games. And my plan, part of my plan revolves around taking Saturdays from other games, and using Saturdays for Yakuza in order to accomplish that, which I don't think is unreasonable. So that's my plan. Played 5, never beat. 7, never completed. 8, completed. 9, got hardlocked and gave up, and then Platinum 11. That's a decent amount of experience, at least. A lot more than I have, so... He also said he's playing the original version of 7, which has since been, remade and re-released. So, he was talking about, the leather-bound book shall make a return. Yeah. Yeah, more than likely. Alright, anyway. Surprise! But that's kind of a long-term goal for me would be finishing up the Yakuza games and starting that probably. My short-term goal is obviously to get through a few of the higher priority things that I want to get through. Like, I still want to try to squeeze Hades in after we're done with Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon on Saturdays for as long as that takes. I don't imagine that will be too many, maybe 2 or 3 streams on Saturdays, and then we can start taking Saturdays for Yakuza. Catch up and finish the Trails games. Yeah. Yeah, and he didn't seem too upset about that or anything. Plus, maybe it'll give him time to rethink his decision. But I was kind of like, you know, that gives time to set aside for a massive series like that, you know. So, anyway, let's see what's up. Let's do the. Wow, and she does trigger. She did have a proximity trigger, so I'm glad I was being careful.
そうか。まあいい。なら、遺書が戻ってきてないかどうか、自分たちで探してみよう。
So this is us talking about getting the evidence back from the police.
パクさんの遺書か。どこにあると思う？
警察から戻ってきてるなら社長室の中だと思います。社長の遺品をまとめて入れたお盆がありましたから。
Okay. You started a Phantasy Star count up? Kind of. Yeah, that you're doing in the interim. Doesn't look like Horie-chan's back yet. No, it doesn't. It's a little disconcerting, right?
Akiyama-san, ありました。
こいつがパクさんの遺書か。あとは彼女が左手で書いた字もこれと一緒に見られるといいんだけど、どこかにないかな。
You did PS1 and then Live Alive and I'm doing something
亡く
else.
なる直前に堀江さん宛てのメモを書いてました。左手を使って。そのメモがどこかにあると思います。
ん？あの金庫は？鍵がかかってる。
What was it? What came out yesterday?
ですか？
On Saturday?
この鍵変わった形してるね。
え？
見てごらん。鉛筆でも突っ込めそうな感じの鍵穴だ。
Fan translation for an old SNES RPG? Hmm? The pen that she gave her.
ダメか。なわけないよね。
The pen, Haruka.
もしかして
それは？
社長から亡くなる前にいただいたんです。少し早いけど私のデビュー祝いにって。開いた。
マジ？手紙と帳簿だ。こんなとこにあったのか。
Is that her name on it? I bet it is, isn't it? Maybe not.
おっと。社長が亡くなった日のメモだ。不在の時にちゃんとできるように細かな指示が書かれてるね。
多分それです。堀江さんに当てて書いてたメモは。
つまり左手で書いた文字ってことだね。
Let's have a look. Not even close. Not even close.
違うな。素人目にも文字の癖が全然違う。
それじゃあやっぱり
遺書はパクさんが右手で書いた文字を真似たものだ。つまり彼女の右手が一晩で急に治ったんじゃない限り、この遺書は偽造されたものってことになる。やっぱり自殺なんかじゃない。彼女は殺されたんだ。わざわざ手の込んだ偽装工作までされてね。
やっぱり。
We all knew it.
何の音だ。
何かあったんですか？
人だ。上から誰かが落ち
It's
た。
fucking Horie. These fucking maniacs, dude. What the hell? What the fuck? Does it want me to go to the roof or go downstairs?
K. おい待て。
秋山さん。
Shortcut time. Oh, what a maniac.
なんなんやお前は。それはこっちのセリフでしょう。堀江ちゃん。お前がやったのか。パクさんを殺したのもお前か。ちゃう。俺やない。俺は脅されてただけや。脅されてた。頼む。見逃してくれ。俺は何も悪くないんや。勝手なこと言ってんじゃねえよ。
What's he got? He's got something.
ならもうこうするしかねえな。最初からその気だったんだろ。ぶち殺したのか。
I need to check how I do my climax heat move. Don't mind me. We got final drive. Violently slam an airborne enemy down to the ground. Only possible when... So launch and then triangle. Send one enemy into the air, and while he is helpless, slam another... Send enemy into the air, then triangle near another... Okay, got it. Yep. So, we gotta launch him. Oh. Get launched. Get launched. Get launched, you fuck. No. Damn it, Akiyama. I didn't want the extra damage. I want to launch this asshole. I need to get him... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I need to get him away from the wall. Stop blocking, you piece of shit. Oh, I got the heat action coming up again. No! Damn it, Akiyama. Oh. Oh, shit. I've never seen that one. That was awesome. I'm not gonna get the climax heat move on him. I don't have any other... Yeah, I just have health restores. Ooh, and he stunned me. It's gonna cost me more heat. Oh, now you're fucking aggressive? Now that you have no HP left? You fucking dick. Oh, that was interesting. He had no HP left, but he was still standing. I wanted to do a climax heat move on him so bad.
話は後で聞かせてもらうぜ。おい、堀江ちゃん。堀江ちゃん。しっかりしろ。堀江ちゃん。今すぐ救急車呼ぶから。
He's probably hurt really bad, but he should be fine.
119番消防です。火事ですか？救急ですか？もしもし。どうされましたか？
誰だ？
知る必要はない。今すぐ楽にしてやる。
火事ですか？
Alright, go with the assist.
秋山さん、
おい、どこ見てんだよ。バケモンか。
はよ楽にしたる。
Can't launch him. Oh, well, that was unfortunate. Watch out, Akiyama, he's got fire hands. And fire feet. Oh, I had the heat action show up there for a second. The climax heat. Oh my god, get my ass kicked. No, turn. Oh my god, get off me. Fuck your stun. That's bullshit. No, get out of here. Fuck. Really? I didn't break that? Oh. Fuck, I had the... There it is. Killer kick combo. That looked like it hurt. Stop guarding. Oh, stun me again. Incredible. What a finish. I loved that. That was amazing. 10 out of 10.
タフだね。まったく。
荻田さん。
その顔覚えたで。
堀江さん、堀江さん、堀江さん、どうして？
多分荻田とかいうやつにやられたんだ。
え、荻田さんが？
とにかく今は堀江ちゃんを病院に運ぼう。何としても助けなきゃ。
Chapter 4.
荻田寛はすぐに見つかると思いますわ。今大阪中に緊急手配しています。とりあえずは堀江博さんへの暴行、殺人未遂容疑での重要参考人ちゅうことですけども、でもまあきっとパク・ミレイさんの件では引っ張れないでしょうな。
どういうことですか？さっきも話したでしょ。あの荻田っていうのにはパクさんとの間にトラブルがあったって。それってパクさんの死を解明する上でも重要な事実なんじゃないですか？
せやけど例の件はもう自殺でほぼ固まってますからね。なんせ警察の方針としてパク社長を自殺と断定しちまった手前、その情報だけで再捜査というのはちょっとね。
そんな、さっきの現場には銃を持った本職の連中までいたんですよ。何かないと考える方が逆に不自然だ。
ま、それも含めて荻田を捕まえれば明らかになるでしょう。この先は我々に任せといてください。素人さんが首を突っ込めば危険なことにもなりかねませんのでね。それでは。
Dude, that motherfucker talks fast.
どういう話でした？
警察はあくまでパクさんの死と荻田は関係ないっていう見方のようだよ。
そうですか。
ああ、買い出し行ってもらって悪かったね。
She gonna clean up his place for him too?
ろくに飲み物すら事務所に置いてなくて。人気アイドルにこんなことさせちゃっていいのかな俺。
気にしないでください。私ただの高校生ですから。それよりこれからどうします？
そうだな。警察が荻田を見つけるのを待つなんてのは消極的すぎるね。
ええ。
と言って俺たちで警察と同じ動きをしても意味がない。他に何かやれることがあればいいんだけど。
秋山さん、人弁士って知ってますか？
いわゆる偽造屋のことでしょ。またすごい言葉知ってるね君も。
昔私が初めておじさん、桐生さんに会った時、そういう仕事をしている人がいるって話を聞いたんです。
It is a long time ago.
と考えてたんですけど、蒼天堀にもきっとそういう人たちがいるんじゃないかって。
まあ確かに素人じゃ多少の真似事はできても警察の筆跡鑑定まではごまかせないだろうね。でもプロの偽造屋が遺書の偽造に関わっているなら話は別だ。なるほど。蒼天堀の人弁士を探せば荻田やあの銃を持った男につながるかもしれない。
はい。
面白い。蒼天堀で聞き込んでみよう。
私です。沢村です。
はるか、今大丈夫？
はい。堀江さんは？
大丈夫。一命は取り留めたわ。安心し。けど当分入院することになると思う。残念やけどあんたのマネジメントするんは無理やわ。
そうですか。
今後のあんたのマネジメントなんやけど、私が引き継ごうか思てんねん。
山浦さんが？どうしてですか？
私もあんたの夢の続き見てみたいんよ。それに堀江君や亡くなったパク社長にとっても、あんたがこのままメジャーデビューすることが一番の慰めになると思う。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
そんでな、今日急やけどプリンセスリーグ決勝第2ラウンドをやるって連絡来てん。
でも出演しても大丈夫なんでしょうか？
萬田さんも社長の件は耳に入ってる。その上ではるかに出演してほしいって言うてきてんの。
そうですか。わかりました。
大丈夫そう？
大丈夫です。やれます。
そう、ありがとう。ほんなら私はダイナチェアで待ってるから、はるかも準備できたら来て。ほんならよろしく。
はい、わかりました。よろしくお願いします。
すっかりタレントだな、はるかちゃんも。
そんな。
もしもし、
社長、今大丈夫ですか？
花ちゃんか。うん、大丈夫だけど。
パク社長の件どうでした？
なあ、話すと長くなるな。今度ゆっくり話すよ。ああ、そうだ。ちょうどよかった。急で悪いんだけどさ、花ちゃん。
Oh no.
カムロ町で人弁士を見つけてくれないかな。
人弁士？社長、一体何してるんですか？それどう考えても支店のオープンには関係ありませんよね。
ああ、まあ確かに関係ないけどさ、別件でそっちも片付けないとダメなんだ。
私は手伝いませんからね。社長が自分で勝手にやってください。
そう言わずに頼む。
嫌です。こっちだって社長がいないおかげで片付いてない仕事が山積みなのに、どうしてそんなよくわからない頼みを優先させなきゃならないんですか？
ああ、じゃあ肉まん買って帰るから。
肉まん？
そう、100個。
しょうがないですね。今回だけですよ。
助かるよ、花ちゃん。で、カムロ町の人弁士なんだけど、明日には見つけられる？
誰に向かって言ってるんですか？1時間もあれば十分ですよ。
さすが。その人弁士と話したいんだ。俺の携帯に連絡よこすようにしてくれる？
わかりました。
これでいい。人弁士のことは人弁士に聞くのが一番だよ。俺は花ちゃんから電話が来るのを待ってるから、君はプリンセスリーグに出るといい。後でダイナチェアでお茶を。
はい、わかりました。
Okay. Compete in the Princess League. I can change characters. Okay. Sweet. Ooh, look at this. She back. Oh, it's a nice. All right, we have 2 work missions to do. I just realized I think I know what they are. They're the second round in the finals of the Princess League. That's why they weren't showing up. So we'll be able to finish this out here pretty easily. Now, Haruka might have a couple of sub-stories available now. We'll see. But we might just be on track for Princess League and done. Yeah, no, there's no sub-stories on the map, so we'll just go do our Princess League thing. Am I basically max stats? Hold on. Let's take a look at the singing and basic skill, or singing isn't all the way maxed out yet. So you should probably do some singing lessons when we get to Dino Chair. Kazumi? Sawamura-san? Huh? Yes? I'm Kazumi. I go to the same school as you. Oh, you do? Did you need something from me? Sawamura-san? You know someone named Akiyama-san, don't you? Yes, I know him. Well, Akiyama-san rescued me. He saved me from having to go out with men for money. The girls from school were trying to make me do it. Really? Goodness. Akiyama-san kept me safe. He's an amazing person, isn't he? Yes, he is. And, Sawamura-san, if I see you at school, would it be okay if I said hi? Pardon? I don't have any friends at school. I was hoping maybe I could chat with you if I see you, if you don't mind, of course. Oh, of course. I'd love to chat with you. Yes, thank you, Haruka. See you at school. Thanks, Sakiyama-san. I just made a friend. I need to thank him next time. It's kind of neat that there's that interaction between the two. The things that the two characters did. Wham, 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 wham. Oh, wait. We got a sub-story in here. Oh, hi. How is there a sub-story in here? Couldn't see it on the map because of the pink dot. Oh. That just came over me in a weird way. Well, it's not on my schedule. Is it? Is it maybe upstairs? It wouldn't be upstairs, would it? The indicator is probably going to go away if I go upstairs, right? Yeah, weird. How do I access that sub-story? Does she still have... Yes, she does still have Climax Heat. Oh, hey, can we do a lesson? Gotta refresh my memory on this one. It's been a while since I've heard it. Woo. Almost didn't actually succeed on this one. I made a couple of early mistakes. Oop. Thought I hit that last circle, but I guess I didn't. Same thing there. Good thing I reviewed this. My goodness. Many mistakes. Not so many I didn't still pass, but...
よし、絶好調。
That's it. Not a significant improvement. What was get an evaluation? What is this? Think you can, provided you don't make any serious mistakes performing with your usual ability? Okay. Great. I guess that's the game just being like, yes, you have enough stats. Which, I mean, I would certainly hope so, but also, yeah, I just wasn't sure. So, what is this? How do we do this sub-story? I'm very confused. This is just the stats screen that's in the menu, right? But they're all done. Weird. Very strange. I don't have a gift. Alright, well. I don't know if she's going to launch me right into this or not, but... might be good to take a break now instead of after we get this started. So let's take a quick break. I don't think I've got any food or anything yet, so it'll just probably be a short little stand-up and stretch and stuff like that. So let's do that. 5-ish minutes, and then we'll see what the Princess League has in store for us, alright? I will be back. All right, let's do this. Let's talk to the lady. Hello.
来たね、はるか。プリンセスリーグまであんまり時間ないけど。どないする？すぐにプリンセスリーグ行く？
What if I say no?
ちょっと待ってもらえますか？
けど、あんま時間ないで。はよしや。
はい、わかりました。
She doesn't give me an option to do this sub stories. Okay. Princess League it is. Let's do it.
プリンセスリーグに行きます。
うん、気合入ってんな。ほんならスケジュール表見て、プリンセスリーグの予定確認しとこう。
Oh, look. There it is. All right.
よっしゃ、行こうか。
Switch that.
はい。山浦さん、どうかしました？
ほんまのこと言うとな。私、テレビ局来るん久々やね。
え、そうなんですか？
うん。なんや緊張してきたわ。
大丈夫ですよ、山浦さん。
ごめんな。私の方がしっかりせなあかんのに。
いいんです。行きましょう。控え室はこの奥ですから。
ほんなら私さっき言ってるわ。
沢村。
え？
わしや T セットのマネージャーの
中井さん。
社長が死んだばっかりやのにもうこんなとこにおるんか。ほんま小さい事務所はなりふり構ってられんちゅうことか。
失礼します。
ところでお宅の社長ほんまに自殺なんかな。敵の多いお人やったからな。パクさんはあの人死んでせいせいしたいう業界の人間もぎょうさんおる。自殺に見せかけて誰かに殺されたんとちゃうか。これであんたに同情票集まったらシャレにならん。ああ、案外犯人はダイナチアの中の人間なんとちゃうか。
やめてください。
ほう。
中井さん、私が T セットに勝ったら二度と私たちに構わないでください。約束できますか？
ほんまおもろい女やで。
答えてください、中井さん。
せやったらそっちもなんかかけてもらわなあかんな。沢村、お前が負けたらうちに移籍してもらう。それでどうや？まあ当然 T セットの後輩としてやけどな。あいつらが姉さんになったら今以上に可愛がってもらえるで。
わかりました。
ええな、約束したで。
失礼します。
なんでそんな勝手な約束したん？堀江君かて相手にせんのが一番やって言うてたやろ。
黙っていられなかったんです。すみません。
それがあの中井っちゅうマネージャーの手なんよ。前はこうなったらあいつらの鼻明かしたろ。あんたやったらできる。 T セット引きずり下ろしてまずは大阪のトップアイドルになるんや。
はい。
よし、ほんなら今日の衣装に着替えてしっかり頼んだで。よっしゃ、バッチリ。ええよ、今日も決まってる。
It doesn't leave much room for costume change.
どうぞ。
失礼します。沢村さん、そろそろお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
皆様ご機嫌いかがでショータイム。し
界のドルチェ神谷です。
Hell yeah, dude. Prettiest princess right here.
繰り広げる仁義なき戦いは巷で大反響を巻き起こしちゃってます。早くもテンションクライマックス。トップアイドルへの登竜門プリンセスリーグ決勝戦第2ラウンドを迎えました。対戦ルールは前回と同じ。会場の皆様は優れたパフォーマンスをしていると思うアイドルのステージ近くへと自由に移動しちゃってください。ライブ終了時、あなたに近いステージのアイドルを支持したことになるので要注意ですよ。さあ、それでは第1ラウンドからデッドヒートを演じてくれた2組のアイドルをご紹介しましょう。まずはこちらのアイドル。
T-set.
個性が混じり合い生み出す力は無限大。優雅な立ち振る舞いは王者の風格すら感じさせます。完全無欠の最強デュオ T-set。 未完の大器はついにその片鱗を見せ始めたか。ファンの予想をはるかに超えるスピードでステージに立つために進化する驚異のアイドル、沢村遥。さあ、どちらのアイドルがより多くの観客を魅了しフィーバーさせられるんでしょうか。それでは行っちゃいましょう。レディーゴー。
All right. Oh my god. All right, costume change. Ah, I see. I have no idea how she did that. Get fucked, he said. Eat shit. I did actually not super great at the beginning, but really crushed it at the end.
はるかちゃん、T セットの2人、お疲れ様でした。
2組とも素晴らしいパフォーマンスでしたね。ただしこのステージはライブバトル。どちらがより多くの観客から支持を得られたのか確認しないといけません。さあそろそろ結果の集計が終わったようです。今回の勝者はどちらのアイドル？優勝の行方を大きく左右する第2ラウンドを制したのは沢村遥だ。
Get dumpstered, T-set.
ファイナルラウンドに向けて期待できる結果になったんじゃない？
はい、とっても嬉しいです。
ファイナルラウンドですが自信はどう？抱負を聞かせてください。
正直自信はありません。でも優勝したい気持ちは誰よりも強く持っています。だからファイナルラウンドでは私の思いを届けられるように精一杯頑張ります。
はるかちゃんサンキューです。とても強い意気込みを感じるコメントでした。これはファイナルラウンド期待するしかないでしょう。
That is true. Kiryu can just swing around light poles. It's only fair that Haruka can make clothes appear out of nowhere. The dedication to like the idea that this is a televised show with the credits running along the bottom is incredible.
よかったではるか。次はいよいよ最終決戦や。T セットも必死で挑んでくるはずや。最後の最後まで全力で頑張ってこ。
はい。
うん。ほんなら蒼天堀戻ろう。秋山さんと待ち合わせしてんやろ？
ええ。
せやけどほどほどにしいや。私としてはほんまは空いた時間はレッスンに当ててほしい思てる。私もクリスティーナもいつでもスタンバイしてるから。ええな。
はい、わかりました。
Yeah, it is a great detail. I like it a lot too.
お疲れさん。私は先戻ってるわ。あんたは疲れてるやろし、ゆっくり帰ってきたら、ね。
Can I do my side quest now?
はい、ありがとうございます。
Please. Did I not get experience from that either? Ooh. Is that Akiyama?
はい、沢村です。
はるかちゃん、秋山だけど、今大丈夫？
秋山さん、はい、今収録が終わったところです。
そっか。じゃあ疲れてるところで悪いんだけど、ちょっと話したいことがあるんだ。できればあのトレーナーの人も一緒に。
山浦さんですか？山浦さんなら先にダイナチアに戻ってるはずです。
Right now. It only takes her 7 seconds to get across town.
わかりました。もしかして任弁士が見つかったんですか？
期待させて悪いんだけど、それとは別件でね。じゃあまた後で。
Something else.
はい、失礼します。
Interesting. I wonder what it is. I'm gonna go refill my heat gauge by doing the next step of the master training over here. Just so that it's ready to go. Yep, secrets of true beauty, please.
Hi.
Alright, what do you got? Making a fair amount of progress and beauty is coming along. What appearance? Okay. If you were a song, you'd be at the chorus. In other words, you still have a ways to go. Feels a long way off to me. Sure is cold. Cold weather can be hard on the hair, and you're living proof. I mean, talk about a hair care disaster. What? Can't fool these eyes. You're taking proper care of your hair. I don't know. Am I? As much as the next girl? What did I tell you about that? As much as the next girl simply won't do. You have to take care of your appearance if you want to live in the limelight. I want you to pay a visit to my favorite salon. I'm going to cut my hair? Just a treatment. My hairstylist there will turn that bird nest of yours into the loveliest of locks. He's quite the stud muffin, so I'm sure you'll recognize him right away. Shofukucho. It's called Hair Message Love Song. That's a salon name. It's on the same street as your agency. Okay. 20K? I can afford that. I can afford 20K. I can afford 200K. So she said same street as my agency. So somewhere along here. Is it this? No, that's Prime. Somewhere in here, I'm guessing. It's just not on the map. Gotta avoid Akiyama, he's out front. Is it around here somewhere, maybe? I don't think it would be down this way. Oh, my bad. You teleported in front of me, not my fault. I haven't seen it. Is it maybe up here somewhere? Pink Lemonade Pie. Cafe and Club. Music Girls Bar Hard Bop. Cat Girls. Nian Nian Bar. Dude, these are some fucking killer business names. Like, who wouldn't want to go to Cat Girls Nian Nian Bar? Is it in the outdoor mall? Oh, my bad. Oh, excuse me. My bad. Sorry. Oops. Sorry. My bad. Boy, am I confused. Yay. Oh, wow. Let's see here. Oh, gotta watch out for Akiyama. Same street. Hmm. Is it this? No. I was kind of expecting there to be like somebody out front that I talked to. Yeah, it's basically this chunk and this chunk. And this little alley. I don't think there are any businesses in the alley, but I'll check anyway. I also don't think it has a rear entrance. Hmm. I cannot find this place. Oh, wow. Oh, and it even says the exact name. I just couldn't see it. It wasn't bright and colorful enough. It says the treatment's only 6,000. Why did Yoko-san tell me I need 20,000? Hey, wow. Welcome. What can I do for you? Oh, is this the stylist who does Yoko-san's hair here? Ah, that would be me. Huh? Why are you so surprised? Oh, no, it's nothing. Yoko-san told me all about you. This way, please. Alright, all done. That'll be 20,000 yen, please. Huh? But the sign said treatments are 6,000. Oh, didn't Yoko-san tell you? She wanted me to sell you this original shampoo and leave-in treatment. 1 bottle each. Oh, alright then. I'll take those too. Thank you very much. So that's why Yoko-san said I needed 20,000. Still, 7,000 yen a bottle sounds really expensive for shampoo and treatment. She didn't mention anything about this. I'll have to complain to her when I get back. What's the extra 140 bucks? Yoko-san, you never mentioned anything about buying shampoo and treatment. Oh, so you did buy it. Thank you, Bumpkin. Thank you for what? It's for her, isn't it? Don't tell me you didn't notice. It's right on the label, see? What's on the label? Oh, this is your own brand? Bingo. These are my own special shampoo and treatment I developed with my years of experience working with hair. It keeps your hair shiny and luxurious, and my wallet flush with cash. Everybody wins. Oh, and how do you like that hairstylist I recommended? Rather studly, right? What? That guy with the suit and afro? Now that was a surprise. I mean, yeah, he was great. I could see how you two would get along just fine. I know, right? But hands off, Bumpkin. He's all mine. Sure, of course. Come see me again if you want to keep learning the secrets of true beauty. Climax heat gauge went up, but it's not maxed, so we have to do the next one.
Hi.
Like enthusiasm? Has your way of looking at things changed after all you've been through? I've learned about a lot of things I'd never really thought about before. And I think maybe I'd become a little more appealing as a woman. Well, well, confident, aren't we? Shall we put that to the test then? We'll see what you can really do. How do I do that? I want you to go here and sing, but dress just as you are now. Then come tell me how you felt. Where are you sending me? No makeup either? That's right. Otherwise, it's not really a test. Okay, I'll give it a try. Yoko-san wants me to perform at the parking lot in West Shofukucho. It's in front of Komian. Maybe I'll go have a look. I know where that is. And there's a key right here. Yoink. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Why are you all fucking clustered right here? It's a tiny little walkway. Single file, please. I think it's right here. Yep, there's a little stage set up. This is the spot Yoko-san was talking about, but am I really going to sing here? Sure am. What's this piece of paper? Oh, it's a note. Wait, it's from Yoko-san. Dear Bumpkin, I want you to sing here in front of people who have no idea who you are. Report back to me if you're able to win the crowd over by the end of your song. P.S. Make sure you stand on the beer crate when you sing. You spend a lot on liter bottles of shampoo and conditioner, not $150. Lasted you like 4 or 5 years. Yeah, no, that's pretty expensive. But that's city living. That's city brand name living. Wait, I have to sing on a beer crate so I can't even dance? Are you going to perform or something? Maybe. Oh, well, hurry up. I don't have all day. I can do this. I just have to believe in myself. Ah, it's the old song. Ah, I missed 2 good. I got 2 goods instead of all greats. Dang it. Thank you. Everybody's so happy. I did a good job. Now I'm filling my climax heat gauge. That was great. You just got yourself a new fan. Thank you. I hope you'll keep rooting for me. Really nailed that performance. I can feel proud telling Yoko-san. Great. Don't make me run all the way back. Okay, it's going to make me run all the way back. I tried to ask nicely. Hopefully, since the last one got me half of my climax heat gauge, this will get me the other half. If it doesn't, no costume change for round 3. That could be rough. Sometimes Haruka just doesn't run at full speed. I thought it was my controller or some, like, communication issue, but everybody else seems to do fine. It's just Haruka, like, she'll just, like, slow down sometimes. Get out of my way, motherfuckers! Why are you blocking the whole path? Absolutely glowing, nice work. I was really nervous at first, but I think it went really well. Did you learn anything by singing unannounced in front of people who didn't know who you are? I realized that all I've gone through has been really important in making me who I am. But I also learned how hard it is to attract new fans. True, and yet you managed to do just that. Up till now, your performances have been staged to present you in the best light as a pop idol. But simply stepping onto a stage that's been prepared for you isn't enough. Wherever you are, that's your stage. Wherever you stand, I want you to place yourself in the limelight. I understand. You can now use idol heat in concert battles more often. Nice. Well, that's it. I've taught you all the secrets of true beauty now. Huh? Is that everything? That's right. I have nothing more to teach you. It's up to you to pursue your own unique form of beauty from now on. I will. Thank you so much. Don't mention it. Besides, I did this for me just as much as I did it for you. Am I doing all the sub-stories? Sure am. You did? That's right. As I mentioned before, you remind me of someone I was unable to help, and that made me want to take you under my wing. By helping you, I felt like I was helping that child from so long ago, and that took just a little bit of weight off my shoulders. I'm sorry. I make it sound like I've been using you. No, it's okay. I'd like to hear more about that person you mentioned. We were friends who shared the same dream. I was much younger back then. We were about the same age, in fact. We were both just getting started, and we promised each other we'd make it to the top together someday. It was tough going at first, but we sure had fun. But after I was hired to work with a big-name idol, everything changed. I couldn't pass up such a great chance. I started getting lots of work while my friend faded into obscurity. I really wish I could have used my newfound success to pull both of us up. But back then, I was too busy with my own career to worry about others. I ended up forgetting the promise that we made. I was so engrossed in my work, I didn't even notice when my friend quit the business. That's so sad. I've regretted it ever since. How can I forget my friend like that? Why didn't I try to help? It snowballed into full-blown neurosis until I started to hate being a stylist. In the end, I left my career and everything I had worked for behind. You know that costume I gave you, Bumpkin? I originally made it for my friend. I could never bring myself to get rid of it, but I'm glad you were able to wear it. Now I can end my stylist career without a heavy heart. Yoko-san, it's been a pleasure working with you, dear, but I believe my work is done here. Maybe it's time I moved on. Move on? Are you going somewhere, Yoko-san? Why wouldn't I? It's not like I'm from here. Anyway, I should probably start packing up and whatnot. Yoko-san's helped me so much. I really wish there was something I could do for her before she leaves. Yes, Max. Climax Heat Gauge Max. Maximum level. Hell yeah, dude. Now use Climax Heat in Princess League concert battles. Running in a miniskirt is probably a little challenging if you don't want to flash everyone. Fair enough. Have I been fighting all the secret bosses as well? As much as I can. They're not in every game, because I haven't done enough in every game, but I've been trying. I try to do as much as I reasonably can. I do not 100. Whoa, little stairs are a little slippery there, huh? I do not 100% these games because I'm just playing through it as a first playthrough without looking anything up. So there's some things about maxing everything out in these games that's pretty hard, but I've been doing my best. I've done a couple of Amon fights. Mostly, I did all of them in Kiwami 2, and I want to say that I fought him in 4 or 3, I think. I'll be honest with you, when you said miniskirt, I was like, is that a miniskirt? What's a miniskirt? How is that defined? I don't know. Never thought about it. Is mini just like above the knees? Regular skirt is like knee length? Because they make, you know, ankle length skirts too, or are those not skirts? I don't know. It's all a mystery to me. Okay, so maxed out the Climax Heat Gauge. Done with Yoko. When you can see her ass cheeks on a 1% bend, that's a miniskirt. Miniskirt equals barely past the butt. Okay. What is a 1% bend? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. I actually don't want to know. So this isn't a miniskirt then, because this goes partway down her thighs. When you bend, oh, a 1% bend, like at the waist. I see. So yeah, this isn't probably wouldn't count as a miniskirt, although it's a decent way up her thighs. But like where her, it's kind of hard to with her black leggings on. It's kind of hard to see where her knees are at. But like, that's probably more than a mini skirt, but it is a short skirt. That's definitely the case. Okay, we saved. Let's do this. I got food, so I'm just gonna like kind of multitask. It is tight, yeah. Yes.
じゃあ行こうか。お邪魔します。
はるか、それに秋山さんも。
秋山さんがここで話をしたいって。
話？
ああ、話ってのは他でもない。この事務所のことだ。山浦さん、あんたにも聞いといてほしい。
ええ。
それで事務所がどうかしたんですか？
さっきパクさんの帳簿を見つけてね。うちが貸した金、金庫からなくなってたって話だったけど、実際はそうじゃなかった。帳簿で確認したよ。もう使い切っていたんだ。
え？
パクさんははるかちゃんがプリンセスリーグで優勝することを信じて、事前にデビューイベントを興行するための準備をしてた。
ええ、それは知ってるわ。社長ずっと東京でライブイベントやるって話してたからな。
でもさ、それがとんでもないのよ。パクさんは本当にとんでもないステージを用意してたんだ。3億もの大金が消えたわけも分かったよ。
どういうこと？
彼女の抑えていた会場は日本ドームだ。
え？日本ドーム？新人のメジャーデビューイベントで？そんな人数集まるわけないやん。
彼女のことだから何かしら考えはあったんだろう。今となってはそれもわからないけどね。
道理で社長が東京のイベント会場を教えてくれへんかったわけや。いくらなんでも無茶すぎるって。
でも社長にとっては日本ドームでコンサートをやることが重要だったんだと思います。
どういう意味？
社長言ってました。アイドルだった頃の社長があと一歩のところで立てなかったステージが日本ドームだったって。多分あの場所にはいろんな夢が詰まっていたんだと思います。
はるかちゃん、君はどうしたいんだ？
社長が残してくれた舞台が日本ドームにあるのなら、私はそこに立たなきゃいけないと思うんです。パク・ミレイの夢を継ぐ最後のアイドルとして。
けど言うても社長も堀江君もおらなどないもん。
山原さん、あんたがいるじゃないか。
私？はるかのマネジメントぐらいやったらともかくコンサートの上なんか無理やん。そんなノウハウ持ってへんもん。
私もいますよ。
クリスティーナさん。
海外でもっと大きな規模のイベントを仕切ったこともあります。私が山浦をサポートしましょう。それに一度受けた仕事は最後までやり遂げるのがプロというものです。私の仕事ははるかを一流にすることでしたから。
せやけどほんまにドームでライブなんてできると思ってんの？あんたら。
パク社長のことです。会場を抑えただけなんてことはないはず。運営スタッフはすでに確保されていることでしょう。まずはそのあたりを確認していくんです。できるかできないかはその後判断しても遅くはありませんよ。
山浦さん、お願いします。
わかったわ。ほな、もう少し様子見てみる。ちょっと時間ちょうだい。秋山さん、その帳簿見せてくれる？何がどこまで進んでるんか、お金の流れ見てほぼ問い合わせてみるから。
それでこそダイナチェアのスタッフですよ、山浦。
ありがとうございます、山浦さん。
今日からこの事務所のボスはあんただ。あんたならパクさんも納得してくれるはずだよ。堀江ちゃんもね。
空を機に。
はるかちゃん、後のことは山浦さんたちに任せて、君も自分なりの準備を進めるんだ。それが社長との約束だったんだろ。いいね。
ありがとうございます、秋山さん。
おお、かかってきた。はるかちゃん、多分カムロ町の任弁士だ。
ええ。
もしもし。
スカイファイナンスの秋山社長。
ええ、そうです。
あんたの秘書って女の子から連絡もらってね。あんたと話せってさ。
任弁士さんだね、カムロ町の。
いちいち確認を取らなくていい。何か仕事か？
悪いんだけど、頼みたいのは偽造の仕事じゃない。もちろん報酬は払うけどね。実は大阪の任弁士を紹介してほしいんだ。蒼天堀界隈にいないかな。
何を頼むつもりだ？
遺書の偽造。ある人の筆跡を真似て偽の遺書を作ってもらう。
なるほど。それなら一人心当たりがいるよ。
連絡先わかる？
さあな、仲良しってわけじゃないんでね。ただ蒼天堀の宝願寺横丁にバークレストって小さな店があるはずだ。そこのマスターに聞いてみな。
どうも。礼は花ちゃんから受け取ってくれ。よろしく。宝願寺横丁バークレストか。はるかちゃんの入れる店じゃないな。もう夜も遅いし、俺一人で行くよ。いいね。
ええ、わかりました。私はここで待ってます。何かあれば言ってください。
Okay, we have a lead. I forgot to check his key items. I wonder if we have Haruka's locker keys now that we're in chapter 4. I had a pair of stretchy waist work pants for a while. Oh, hi. I was hoping to talk to you about Haruka. What about? Don't tell Haruka, but I think she might have a stalker. Something happened. We were walking back to her apartment late the other night. I caught some weirdo was following us. I don't think Haruka noticed, but after saying goodnight, I came back out, and that same guy was still there watching from a distance. What happened then? I was scared, but I went towards him to get a better look at his face, and he took off running. I figured he must have been spying on Haruka. Interesting. Has anything like this ever happened before? There's plenty of wacky people with all sorts of crazy ideas if Haruka's fan letters are anything to go by. There's no end to them. But this time, the stalker knows where Haruka lives. That's what worries me. Our agency has neither the staff nor the money to keep watch over Haruka 24/7. Still, it's not exactly something we can just ignore. So I was hoping to ask a favor of you. Would you mind taking a look around Haruka's apartment building every so often, just when you have time? If you spot anyone sneaking around, I'd like you to give him a stern talking to. With my foot. Sure, but I think you might be a little too optimistic if you think that'll be enough to scare him off. But it's worth a try. I might be just the man for the job. Counting on you, Akiyama-san. That'll be easy. That sounds almost sub-story-ish as well. Oh, it totally is. It totally is. Let's go beat up a dude. What was the Yakuza I liked most until now? 2. 2, and 2 is holding itself very strong. I really do like this game a ton. It's probably my second favorite. 0 is really, really good too. 0, 2, and this one I think are probably top 3 for me. I do not have access to Haruka's keys yet. Those are like my the ones that I remember the most fondly. 1 was fine. 3 was a little bit better than 1, and 4 was better than both of those. But this game kind of is like a bigger, better, more awesome 4. So no, I don't want to fight you. I want to go this way. Wow, seriously? Guy's none too secret about being a stalker, is he? Excuse me, pal. Mind telling me what you're up to? What? Who are you? I'm with Dynachair. Ring a bell? You're from Haruka-chan's agency? Yep. So, let me ask you again. What are you doing here? Well, you see, nothing. Later. Oh, we're chasing this motherfucker down. I feel bad for this guy. Oh, whiff. Oh, he took it? He took it from me? No, you leave Haruka alone. Did I like Saijima's part? I love Saijima's part. I think Saijima, if he's not... I think Saijima and Akiyama were easily my 2 favorite new characters from 4, and I loved seeing them return in this game. I don't know if I can pick between the 2 of them, but I do really like Saijima as a character, and I like the situations that he finds himself in. I think they're really interesting. Alright, I'll ask you nicely. Quit skulking around Haruka-chan. Stalking is an actual crime. You know that, right? You got it all wrong. I'm no stalker. I was just trying to keep Haruka-chan safe. Sure, pal. That's what they all say. I swear, I'm not lying. Haruka-chan really is being stalked. No admission of guilt, nor any sign of remorse. Okay. You had your chance. What do you say we call the police? I'm not lying. I'm telling you. Look, there he is. That's him. He's the real stalker. I see him wandering around Haruka-chan's apartment all the time. You're serious? See? There he goes. He's the stalker. You gotta believe me. What? Damn it. Why do they always have to run? Imagine getting hit over the head like 30 times with a bottle and not stopping. And they've got me running all over town. So, pal, tell me, are you the real stalker? Stalker? You got it all wrong. I was hoping to protect Haruka-chan. Oh, jeez, not you too. Fine, we'll let the police sort this out. Wait. I really ain't your stalker. Look over there. There he is. Ah! Don't try to pretend you're not, you creep. I seen you staking out Haruka-chan's apartment plenty of times. You take that back. I ain't no stalker. I'll have you know I've been keeping Haruka-chan safe. Hey, mellow out. What's going on here? Hell if I know. Where do you get off calling me a stalker? I'm gonna keep Haruka-chan safe from the likes of you assholes. Say your prayers. Poor Akiyama. So what was this all about? Gentlemen, would you care to explain, please? I'm not a stalker. I admit I found Haruka-chan's apartment, and I hung around hoping I could maybe see her. But then I noticed there was this shifty guy hanging around there as well, so I told myself I had to protect her. It was some guy in a tracksuit. Wait, that's the same as me. I saw this brute sniffing around Haruka-chan's place. She needed protecting from him. I saw that creep in the suit acting all kinds of suspicious. I was just trying to keep Haruka-chan safe. All right. I've heard enough. Basically, all three of you are whistling the same tune. Y'all tried to keep Haruka-chan safe from a stalker, and you all got mistaken for one. What a mixed-up bunch of white knights. How silly can you get? Well, it's a good thing it wasn't serious. These guys seem harmless enough, just some fans who took things a little too far. Sure caused us enough worry, though. You stay away from Haruka's place from now on. If I see you again, I'm calling the cops. It won't happen again. Please forgive us. Sorry for causing you trouble. Phew. Thanks for clearing this up, Akiyama-san. I suppose I should thank you, huh? How about this? Royal Joker card. That'll come in handy later. Sweet. Mail from my investigator. What's this about? Like an email? The name Akihiko Yamori was added to the blacklist by the Kansai Credit Ratings Board. The past few days, it looks like he went to see a number of moneylenders in Osaka, but got turned away by all. Akihiko Yamori. So, it's finally happening. Brooding won't help. All I can do is wait at the office. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that for the thing I already read? Yeah, I opened it too fast. Am I playing him on PC? I love Akiyama's fighting style in this game. In the last game, it was kind of like boring. You just mashed out the combo every time. His fighting style got some serious upgrades in this version. This launch mode that you can go into is fucking rad as shit. I'm playing on PS4. I'm playing them all on PS4. The only one I played on PC was Zero. I played Zero on PC. But that's because I had a very kind viewer at the time who had an extra copy from a Humble Bundle and gave it to me. Because I didn't have the game yet, so... Oh, Victory Road qualifier. Can Akiyama do Victory Road as well? I'm tough? You're not tough. Get out of here, punk. Excuse me, ladies. Sneaking up to my office real quick. Do a little save-a-rooney before this last sub-story that I've got access to. Alright. What do we got going on up here? Avoid that fight. Other side of the takoyaki stand. And we're there. Oh, he almost got me. Alright, let's see. What do we got going on? Akihiko Yamori. He'll show up eventually. Things are bound to get pretty complicated when he does. Maybe I should deal with some other things first. Oh. I don't have, I don't have anything else to do other than this story. Oh, it doesn't, like, kick you outside? I mean, I'm not afraid. We'll just do it. But I was like, that's a weird... It's a weird way to phrase that. And, yeah, there's nothing else for me to do. How do I... I have to leave and come back to re-trigger it, I guess. I'll double check on the map that there's nothing else, but I feel like... It's just a sub-story. It should be no problem. It's not gonna, like, end the game or anything. Is this like a cutscene sub-story? I don't remember. I feel like I'm supposed to remember this name and I don't. But hopefully I'll recognize the character when they come in. Excuse me, I'd like to apply for a loan. Pensive. Are you Akiyama? It's an honor you remember the name of a guy you once fired, Yamori-san. Oh. What are you doing here? Well, it'd be weird if anyone else was here. This is my office. After I got fired from Toto Bank, I went through this and that before eventually starting Sky Finance. So, you're seeking a loan? Please, have a seat. Oh, dude, this is... Yeah, I know. I know I could. I like to do it as we go, though. You're not surprised I showed up here after all this time? I know that you were blacklisted by the credit ratings board and that other moneylenders in town are turning you away at the door. People in your situation typically end up at the lender who offers no-term unsecured loans. In other words, me. I see. You knew I would come. I also knew you've been working as a financial consultant in Kansai for the past 2 years. Tough break with the struggling business. You're facing bankruptcy already? You've been investigating me this whole time? I get it. You were waiting for a chance to take revenge on me for firing you all those years ago. Too bad for you. I'm on the verge of bankruptcy thanks to no one but myself. So much for your revenge. Yamori-san, it's true that I've been keeping an eye on you for the past few years, but it wasn't to get revenge. Then what was it for? It's so I can repay my debt to you. Huh? Your debt? It's true that I once lost everything thanks to you, but it was also an opportunity to start all over again. I'm who I am today because you fired me those many years ago. Yamori-san, let's just put this behind us, shall we? Water under the bridge. If you want to rebuild your business, I'm here to help. Don't make me laugh. Water under the bridge? Even I know what you went through after you got canned. How you, the uppity suave intellectual, became just another one of Kamurocho's bums. You used to scour the alleys for food scraps. I know all about it. I drew you into the investment club back in our days at the university. I got you into Toto Bank. I know everything there is to know about you. Including the woman I was seeing? That's right. If it weren't for what you taught me, I couldn't have started my lending business. I really am grateful to you. Yeah. But I sold you out to the law. I cast aside my conscience and my feelings for the sake of my career. Now you're saying you can let it go as water under the bridge? What kind of sap do you take me for? I believe I'm the one who should be asking you that question. What? I'm a professional. My job is to lend money to clients. Nothing more, nothing less. Cast aside your feelings. Don't make me laugh. You're the one digging up the past. Heh, I guess you're right. I broke laws to get ahead and got you fired. But as a result, I ended up getting kicked out, too. Maybe I blamed you for the whole thing instead of facing reality. That was what, 7 years ago, when that politician Jingu laundered all that money through the Tojo clan? We were all in on that scam. It was our department that handled the account. Oh, fuck. I didn't have a clue back then. I never thought for a second I was aiding and abetting a bunch of crooks. I was the account manager. No one under me knew. You were just used as a convenient scapegoat thrown to the wolves. Yep. Falsely accused of embezzling, saddled with a slew of charges, fired from the job, and tossed out into the streets. Even after Jingu's money laundering came to light, the bank still pinned the blame entirely on me and denied any and all responsibility. Until 2 years ago, when Deputy Commissioner Munakata of Metropolitan Police was arrested for being involved in the scam. Yakuza 4. That brought the whole case back into the open, but this time the truth got out and the bank's president was arrested. Oh shit. The authorities grilled me too, but because all the internal documents were destroyed after you were let go, they didn't have enough to charge me. Of course, the accusations alone were enough to end my career at the bank. So you left for Kansai, started your own financial consulting firm, and here we are. Unfortunately, I didn't have what it takes to run my own business, unlike you. But you clearly haven't given up, otherwise you wouldn't be looking for a loan. That's right. Good. Now, to get back to business. Do you or don't you want to borrow money from me? Let's start there. Well, no, I won't. I don't have much left, but I still have my pride. Have it your way. Sorry to waste your time. What are you going to do now? You won't get a loan from anyone else in this town. Who knows? Maybe I'll rob a bank. Heh, sure. Human beings will always try to survive, no matter how dire the situation, just like you did when you were on the streets. Well, I can't say I expected him to take me up on my offer. Still, no one else is going to grant him a loan. I doubt he'd actually resort to robbing a bank, but might want to keep an eye on him. Wow, that was some interesting, like, filling in a couple of the gaps that we kind of knew, but, like, didn't ever have the full picture on. So, this is an interesting sub-story. I am kind of curious what's going to come of it. Saw some guy walking toward Iwao Bridge with this crazy look on his face, almost like he had nothing left to lose. Oh, no. No, don't do anything stupid. No, I don't. Sir, I do not want to fight you. Sir, I would like to just continue. Oh, he's down by that taxi. Well, then I'll just take this taxi. He has a knife. He has a big knife. That's Yamori-san. What's he holding? A knife? What's he walking into? Is he serious about that whole bank robbery thing? I'd better stop him before this gets out of hand. Where'd he go? Down here? This doesn't look like a bank. Oh no. Don't, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Huh? Shut up. It's your fault for not loaning me money. Yamori-san. Akiyama. This is crazy. You have to stop. Stay out of this. There's no other way. Now, take this knife and kill me. Oh, this is not what I thought was happening. What? I have life insurance. If I'm dead, my wife and kids won't have to go hungry. Everything will be squared away. Yamori-san. You out of your flippin' mind? Come on, hurry. They won't pay out on a suicide. Shut your trap. Got him. Yamori-san. Huh? Ain't I seen you before? That's it. You're that Sky Finance guy from Tokyo, ain't you? I get it now. You're using this psycho to get the police involved so you can swoop in and take over. The hell gave you that idea? You think you can pull this shit on our turf? Alright, fine. You want to die so badly, we'll be happy to help. Not really one for listening, are you, pal? Huh? Come on, you two. Let's teach this greasy little shit what happens when he fucks with us. Boy, he died before I even got close to finishing that combo. Got him. What? Where am I? Good, you're back with us, Yamori-san. Akiyama! That's me. Let go of me. I can stand on my own. I don't want your help. You'd rather die? Damn straight. Like I could ever accept help from the guy I screwed over. I won't do it. My pride won't let me. Huh. Pretty cheap pride, if you ask me. What's that? Well, you put your convictions before your life is admirable, but instead of worrying about your pride, how about worrying about your family's future? All the money in the world won't mean anything to your wife if you're dead. I can't see Eri wanting that, can you? Akiyama, you knew? Yep. Eri dumped me after I lost my job. Then she started seeing you. You two got married and she quit working. Losing her essentially meant losing all I had, and at that point, I was free to do just about anything. But you have a family. It's far too early for you to say they'd be better off without you. What you should be doing is protecting your family's future, even if it means eating crow meat from here on out. You talk about having pride. Have pride in that. Akiyama. You're welcome to betray me, but don't ever lose sight of what really matters. You're right. Though I said I was doing it for my family, I was really only thinking of myself. Yamori-san. To hell with my pride. Think you can offer me a loan? Absolutely. That's what I do. That said, you may have heard the rumors, but you'll have to pass the test I give you. What do I have to do? Huh. Actually, I was going to tell you to get a divorce. Damn. But after watching you lay your life on the line, I felt stupid for thinking up a test that so clearly had sprung from jealousy. What? So I'm going to offer you a loan on one condition. You turned me down before, but I'll ask you once more. Yamori-san, can we finally put the past behind us? Water under the bridge? That's all I want. Akiyama, you... Thank you. And I'm sorry. Man, I must be getting soft. Forgiving an act of betrayal like that. Hana-chan won't be too happy about this. That's an interesting resolution for his previous conflict. Well, that's only part of the resolution, but it was a part that we were missing when he got to deal with things in 4, so. Alright. I think we are good. Sub-stories for Akiyama's at 13 out of 15 now. All stars. Let me go hit this save point up here. Oh, excuse me, sorry, apologies, my bad. We'll hit this save point and then head to the main story again. My bad, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, you juked into me. You juked into me. That was you. That was on you. That wasn't my fault. So what's back here? Oh, this is that bar that he was talking about. We've been in here before. Do you like alcohol?
Domo.
あんたよそもんかなんでまたこんな小汚い店に
小汚い味があって結構な店だと思うよ。
注文は
そうだな。衣装を偽造してほしいんだけど。
うちは酒しか出されへんで。なんか勘違いしてるんちゃうか。
カムロ町の人弁士から聞いてきたんだ。俺はこういうもんでね。
悪いがもう店閉めるとこや。帰ってくれ。
愛想のないマスターだね。
Now I'm unmuted. I pushed the button, it didn't unmute. Sorry for the silence. I was saying, I was explaining that they didn't get auto banned because my computer rebooted because I lost power on Thursday or Friday morning, one of the two, at my house. So my computer restarted and the bot didn't relaunch. So I just relaunched it, but that's why those guys didn't get auto banned. But also, I was telling you to get them and to ban them and to take them out, to give them the business. Anyway, it's not very funny or interesting now that the moment's passed, but that's what I was trying to say. I also was reading a couple of things of dialogue there that, you know, just didn't come through because, you know, mute. What, trying to eat dinner? Yeah, me too. in between playing the game and reading, I've got a little bit of food left. I might chill until I can heat it up on like a... We due for a break? We got about 40 minutes until we get another break in. I've been going to bars and izakaya night after night as part of my job, but I can't take it anymore. You'll eat my food? Thanks, Slimmy. I appreciate it, bud. Here you go. Open wide. I got some meat. Some meat, something that's barbecue flavored. I ate the other flavors already, so it's just regular old barbecue. And I have some rice and veggies that are lightly seasoned as well. Hey, aren't you that guy who's on TV all the time? You're a chef or something, right? It's always nice when someone's heard of me. I'm Tatsuya, celebrity. Oh. Whoa, you sure are. You sure you're alright? Try drinking some water or something. I think I'm okay now, thanks. I don't know what sort of work you're doing, but drinking like that is hard on the body. I know, but I want to help eateries across Japan by coming up with new twists on local cuisine. So, I've been going around trying places that might give me some good ideas. You know, places with good local fare that's great with drinks. Right, you mean like pubs, taverns, and places like that? So that explains your current state. I guess it really is all part of the job, huh? Cheese soup? I can't say no to a place that's supposed to be good. And I always finish what I order if it was recommended to me. As a chef myself, I feel that's important. You're even more serious about food than you are on TV. I thought it was all an act. Actually, the name recognition I get on TV helps draw more customers to my restaurant. Seeing me on TV might make people curious about me, but my greatest challenge is satisfying them when they come to eat my food. Pork schnitzel and veggies. Wow. All drizzled in cheese soup. So your show is all part of that? You really have your hands full. You can say that again, but hey, you could help me out by letting me know if you find a great place that serves local cuisine. I don't think I could survive an attempt to eat every last restaurant myself. Visit every last... Eat restaurants? Visit. Well, it's not like I'm an expert or anything, but I'll help where I can. Great, thanks. You're a real lifesaver. I've asked someone else about places that don't serve alcohol, so if you could focus on those that do, that would be great. Honestly, I don't think I can drink much more, so you'd be doing me a huge favor. I see you're in a predicament. I'd be glad to help. If you introduce me to some good ones, I'll pay you back by teaching you my own special way to get the most out of your meals. And that's something you don't want to miss. Top secret techniques from a TV personality. Sounds interesting. Great, because I'm counting on you. You know where to find me. Right here near this... Oh, wait. He's not there. Oh, wait. No, now I know where to find him. Bishamon Bridge. Got it. Alright. I don't know how to distinguish which places do and don't serve... Oh. This is the main story.
Hi. もしもし。
秋山さんか。
お宅は？
さっき店で話したばかりや。
バークレストのマスター。
は
やっぱりあんたが人弁師？
あ。いや、そうやないけど、あんたに合わせたい人間がおる。小副長の駐車場に来てくれ。今すぐにや。
こっちの都合はお構いなし。
嫌なら結構や。
Just as friendly, eh? Well... I'm willing to bet that it can wait. I have a sneaking suspicion it can wait. You can give me that face all you want, Shayla. But are you telling me you wouldn't eat pork schnitzel drizzled in cheese soup? Because we both know that'd be a lie. One of these days you're going to spring a quest failed. That's why I save all the time. If she wouldn't, you would? Where did this cheese soup come from anyway? Oh man, somebody's forgot the incredible game that is Tales of Innocence. If by forgotten you mean brain bleached, then sure. Damn. Slimmy didn't forget. Slimmy's a true fan. Ignore the existence of the Tales of games. I mean, but when they give you something like cheese soup, how do you forget about cheese soup? It's a classic. Remember, it was that one character's favorite food? You know, that one? The one guy? There is a legit Campbell's cheese soup. Yeah, I mean, it's a real thing. The one time I did old man voice acting? Fuck, I don't even remember that. What game was that? You only remember memes that are nothing about the game? We talked about cheese soup like that entire video game. Waltz of voice acting. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Grace. Oh, man. Dude, that is an old clip. That is an old clip. That's from Grace's, man. Holy shit. Ah. I want to watch it again because I can't quite remember what I sounded like when I did it, but then you guys will hear it and it'll be weird because it'll be just the audio. I did the waffle. Oh, that's good. That's good then. Oh man. I need to bust out the waffle more often. You remember Slugly? So mean to that poor girl. Dude, speaking of old times that in this case aren't actually that old. I've been getting there's a couple of comments that have been left on the finale VOD of Chrono Cross. People were not pleased with the fact that I didn't like that game, but I played it all the way through, which is weird. But more importantly, it is rapidly approaching being my most disliked video on my channel, and it's been up for just a couple months. Not that long, really. How dare you not like my favorite game from my own childhood when you never played it when you were a kid and have no nostalgia for it? How dare you? You monster. What's wrong with you? Are you even human? There is some fucking real ass assault going on. I wish I could show you guys. Yeah, well, but see, here's the thing though. I don't know if you realize this, but saying that you're ranting and raving about something means that you're like heated about it, but also excited about it. It's like both sides, right? And I honestly feel like I praised that game as much as I shit on it. I genuinely feel like that. I think it's hard sometimes to have that perspective from like listening to what I say, because I did vacillate back and forth between being like, I really like this and this is fun and this is cool, but the story sucks and there's too many characters, right? But like realistically speaking, those are my main two gripes. I had very little other negative things to say about that game, but people hate that I said anything negative about it. Even though I'm like, yeah, the music is great, the world design is cool, you know, the combat system is unique and fun to learn how it works and stuff like that. Like, there are plenty of good things about Chrono Cross. It just doesn't make a good game. It just doesn't. There are parts of it that I liked. And it's just so funny to me. One of the comments has like 3 upvotes, 3 likes, which is, I think, the only comment on my channel that has gotten a like from somebody other than me. And it just says, oh, maybe my UI was bugged. They're not there anymore. It was, oh no, there it is. Yeah. Man, too bad you went that far and didn't like the game, slashy face, and 3 people that are not me have liked it. Which is like, I don't know what else you expected. Like, of course I was going to play through the whole fucking game. And sure, like, at the end, I may not have been like, I want to play it again, or I want to keep playing it, or like, this is in my top 10 RPGs of all time, but like, that's because those slots are fucking filled. It's Leo and his 2 alt accounts? Maybe, I don't know. I just don't remember coming down that hard on it at the end. Like, I feel like I just repeated the same notes that I'd been repeating throughout most of it. Same things I praised, same things that I criticized. All with the understanding, too, that it was a rushed game. I don't know. Somebody else left a comment recently. Should have just quit the game mid-through. Constant complaining and bitching is unenjoyable to watch. I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that. Was it constant? I didn't think so. What are my top 10? Boy. I kind of said that, but I probably shouldn't have, because I don't know if I actually have like a nailed down list. I really like Final Fantasy 5, 6, and 9. I had to stop and breathe so it wasn't constant. Maybe I just am really bad at recognizing when I'm being critical of something, but I do not remember complaining. In fact, it couldn't have been constant because one of those VODs, I know for a fact, I was muted for about an hour and I was sleepy, so I wasn't saying much at all. So it was not constant. There was a full hour-long reprieve where even if I was saying mean things, which I wasn't because I wasn't hardly saying anything, I was fucking muted. So that VOD probably turned out great. Top 10 RPGs, boy. Yeah, Final Fantasy 5, 6, and 9 in no particular order. 9 probably better than 5, probably better than 6, but honestly, any given day, each of those has things that I like more in those games than the other games. Like, I really, really like Final Fantasy 6's music. Maybe just a little bit more than 5 and 9. And I like the characters in Final Fantasy 9 just a little bit, maybe more than 6 and 5. But I really like the simplicity of 5's story compared to the other two. I don't know. It's honestly, it's just one of those things where I don't know if I can pick between those. They're all good games, though. I mean, like, I would put Kiwami 2 and 0 in that list. They are definitely role-playing games, even though they're not, like, turn-based or anything like that. I really liked Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a great game. I would probably put that in top 10. I should play it again. I really liked Lunar 2. That one should probably be in the list. And probably like Tales of Berseria, and I would probably put one other Tales game in that list, and I'm trying to pick between a couple. And I'm struggling, but I'll come up with one. Okay, maybe not. Maybe just Berseria. Abyss is pretty good. Eternia is pretty good. Symphonia I like, but I know some people either love it or hate it. Vesperia is like pretty good, but also really fucking long. I don't know. That's some of them. That's some of them, at least. There's only one choice, Eternia. Speaking of 6, when I transfer your stuff into your phone, lost save file. No motivation to go back do it all over again? No, Slammy. No. It wasn't cloud saved? Really? That's lame. That's some lame shit. That sucks.